Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Asshat Podcast on YouTube. I got something special here. This is a crossover that I never thought would happen. And even now, you mentioned a lot of people, if they weren't around, but they think this is a joke. This is the Punisher Meets Archie. 48 pages, no ads, a crossover you've been dreading. Well, this is from August of, I'll find out to you in a minute. It was a $4 comic. There's two covers. There's this cover and there's a regular cover. See, it's all cut out. Let's see, where is the 1994. Wow, this came out in like June of 94. All right, we got Bat and Lash, writer. John Buscema is the Punisher artist. Stan Goldberg is the Archie artist. Tom Palmer is the inker. Barry Grossman is the colorist. And Jack Morelli is the letterer. Real simple plot. Get an introduction here. Punisher's chasing down this guy. He manages to get away. And look, he looks a lot like Archie, so he ends up going to Riverdale. And then we switch over to Riverdale, and that's where all this shit happens with Archie. It's actually, as you see, the Punisher stuff's drawn in Punisher style. Archie stuff's drawn, of course, it's Stan Goldberg, so it's drawn in Archie style. And after this, there's the only other weird one like this that was supposed to happen didn't was there's supposed to be a Casper the Ghost meets Ghost Rider crossover. This is one I think I might have told the story on my podcast, but I picked this up the first time I went back to Coast Con in years. I quit going to Coast Con. I moved out of the area. I just quit going. It was too far a drive. Well, I moved back into Mississippi. I started going to Coast Con again, and there's this one dealer. He had comic books fairly cheap, and the more you bought, the cheaper it got. Well, I grabbed this first day there. Grabbed a bunch. Spent like $100 at this table. Got a bunch of comics, and I was staying at my cousin's while I'm down there for Coast Con. So I'm at my cousin's house, and it's at night. Look, there's Jughead. And my cousin's oldest boy, who was probably 9, 10-ish then. Oh, what comic? He's in the comics. Yeah, what comics you got? So later on, he's looking through them, and he sees him, and he says, oh, cool. He goes back, I got a question. Who's Archie? Kid had no clue who Archie was. So, whoops, sorry. Next day, when he went to the con with me, I told the dealer, I was like, here's my little cousin. I told him about the Archie Punisher thing. I was like, he don't know who Archie is. So this guy dug through his boxes and handed my little cousin a couple of issues, a couple of digests, and told them they were free. Didn't even say, hey, give me a quarter each or whatever, which still would have been a good price. Gave them to him free just because the kid, and like I told that guy, I was like, you gotta think about Archie really since about 2000 or so. I mean, kids really don't know who Archie is. I think a lot of the audience for the Archie comics now is older people who grew up reading them, because until this Riverdale series started, the last big Archie thing that people knew was Archie would be, well, the Sabrina Teenage Witch, but a lot of people didn't know that was Archie, would be the Archie's Weird Mysteries from the early 2000s, which that was kind of scattered if you got it or not, because when it was on Ion or PAX, whatever that channel was called, not everybody got it, and then it was syndicated after that. And now, of course, you got Riverdale. And you can see the guys at the front. Of course, there's a dance. There's always going to be a dance. Archie comic. And Punisher shooting people and people getting punched. At the time, probably one of the most violent Archie comics to ever come out back then. Now, they've met up with Predator and done all kinds of crazy shit. But this is the start of the crazy Archie car. Look, I love this. Look, you got Sonic, the Shield, and Spider-Man balloons. Just a really cool little book. And I like this then. But when you think all the circumstances that brought Frank to Riverdale is either the most incredible coincidence in history, or maybe it's just a really small. This is who I'm supposed to be afraid of? Cerebro says, you're the most dangerous mutant alive. If that's the case, I'm going to have to find out what you're made of, bub. Hint, there's going to be Wolverine Jughead crossover, and then we got our Super Savers ad where you could subscribe to all the different Archie comics. These are the 8-issue subscriptions. I don't know if these came out monthly or not. I'm assuming I don't know why they did 8 issue. But you got Archie, you got Jughead, you got Betty and Veronica, you got Betty, you got Veronica, you got Sonic the Hedgehog, you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. $10 for 8 issues. So a little bit over $1 issue, not bad. You got multi-issue comic book subscription. Receive 4 issues of each of the following titles that are printed. World of Archie, Archie and Friends, and Betty and Veronica Spectacular. That was $15 for 12 issues. So a little bit under $1 an issue. That's kind of neat. 6-issue digest subscription. You got Laugh Digest, which is not around anymore. Archie Angels, Where Are You Digest? I don't think any of the single digests are around anymore. Betty and Veronica Digest, Archie Digest Magazine, and Jughead Jones Digest. Now that was $8 for 6 issues, so not horrible. And then you got the double digest, which are $13 for 6 issues. That's Jughead, Betty and Veronica, Archie, and Pals and Gals. And then we got this nice little pencil sketch with Luma chords. Stan Goldberg. And then we have this kind of good little thing of Punisher. And then we got that on the back. But yeah, Archie versus Punisher. How many of y'all out there watching this knew about this before I mentioned this? How many out there have read this? Leave a comment and let me know. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give me that thumbs up. Leave a comment, subscribe. I'm going to get out of here because the sun's setting on this halfway decent evening on the lake here. As you can see, it's getting dark. And I ain't about to record much longer, so hope everybody enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.